Hi, I'm Stephen Goldstein. I'm a personal injury lawyer in New Jersey and New York. And today I want to talk to you about what happens to your medical bills at the end of your car accident case or your trip and fall case after your case has been settled. In a car accident case, if you're injured in a car accident, if you own a car, you should have insurance and it will have what's called no fault or PIP coverage. And the purpose of that coverage is to pay your medical bills that you incur during a case. Now, the limits that you could buy range from as low to $15,000 up until $250,000. So, for example, if we use the hypothetical that an individual has been involved in a car accident and now they have to go to the emergency room and they have to go to a doctor, and they go to the doctor and they have knee pain, and because of the knee pain, the doctor sends them for an MRI and the MRI shows there's a problem, so the doctor sends them to a surgeon. Surgeon says you need some surgery. They have surgery. They then have to go for some treatment, physical therapy a few months afterwards, and this medical treatment protocol lasts for anywhere from 8 months to a year. So in the process, the person is obviously running up some medical bills, surgery bills, hospital bills, surgery center bills, anesthesia. There's a whole host when there's surgery involved. So the example I'm going to give is perhaps somebody who had only a $15,000 no-fault bill. And unfortunately, in that situation, what will happen is the medical bills will exceed or be more than the car insurance coverage. So in that case, one of two things can happen. If you have health insurance, and if those doctors who gave you care are in that network, your health insurance would cover it. But we're going to talk about the case where health insurance is not available, and now you have $50,000 worth of bills, but only $15,000 in coverage. What happens? Well, luckily in New Jersey, if the other car, for instance, has a $100,000 bodily injury liability policy, you are allowed to include the excess amount of your bills in your overall settlement. Meaning, if your bills are $20,000 more than your coverage, you can now hand those bills over to the other car's insurance and say, besides what I'm trying to get from you for my pain and suffering, here's another $20,000 that must be added to the settlement. The downside is, for you as a client or the patient, you will have to pay back that money to the doctors. In a lot of instances, the lawyer will get, if they have a relationship with the doctors, they'll try and negotiate the bills down, but you will have to pay money back. There's no doubt about it, because the doctor gave you care. They're entitled to get paid. There are cases, let's say you're lucky enough and you have a good no-fault policy. Let's say your policy is $250,000. At the end of the case, you're still going to owe money to the doctors. And you may say, well, wait a minute. I had this big insurance policy. My medical bills are $50,000. Why in the world am I paying anything? Well, a lot of people don't realize that your car insurance works almost like your health insurance. So in the health insurance realm, we all understand that we have health insurance, we go to the doctor, but we also have co-pays and deductibles. And that's why you can have health insurance and you go to the doctor and they take $35 from you, or if you go to a specialist, they take $50. It's not because that's the charge for the visit, that's the amount your insurance is not covering. So the way it works in New Jersey, on every policy, there is a copay and deductible. It could be as low as $1,200 and it could be as high as $2,500. And the way it would work in the simple example is if you have a copay and deductible on the first $2,500, well, on those $50,000 of bills, you would have to pay the doctors back $2,500. Luckily in New Jersey, after the bills are $5,000, no fault will cover it 100%. But on the first $5,000, you will pay your copay and deductible, and then you will pay 20% of the bill up to $5,000. So this is information someone should know going into their case, that even though they have a big no-fault insurance policy to cover their medical bills, they will be paying some money to doctors for their copay and deductible at the end of the case, no matter how big their insurance policy is and no matter how big the insurance policy for the other side is. So if you have any questions about this, you can always give me a phone call at 973-912-0555. You can go on my website, which is www.ghlawnyng.com. that has some useful information there and videos, or you could just send me an email, stephen.g@ghlawnyng.com, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have about the issue of your copay, deductible, and payment of your medical bills in a car accident case. I hope you got some useful information out of this, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.